Welcome back to Paulie TV. I'm Robert Blanch and we're here at Walter Park for this Brisbane Roar pre-season match, which sees the A-League side take on local BPL side Albany Creek. This should be a very good match. The facilities look in fantastic nick. The field is in pristine condition. The crowd is building. It looks to be a huge one tonight. All we look forward to is some great football over the next 90 minutes. Alan, we're here at Walter Park. Tuesday night, we were at Lions last week. We saw the Roar go down last week. Do you see that being the case here tonight?
Well, I'm sure Mike Mulvey's got the guys fired up a lot after even a pre-season game losing. You could see it on their faces, Blanch, couldn't you, after the game? Very disappointed, as professionals should be, with Stefanuto and Mike Mulvey, obviously, and I can't see that happening tonight. The pitch looks magnificent, I've got to say, as good as, if not better than Lions. A little bit longer, so that'll probably suit the home side a little bit and slow the game down another 5% possibly, but the Roar will certainly be the hot favourites here tonight against not quite as strong an outfit as Lions were last week.
The surface, as you mentioned, is in absolutely immaculate condition. I get around to a lot of fields during the season and this has no rival at the moment. This is ideal for the Roar though. They can play their style of football. As you say, a little bit long. I'm sure that's not going to worry them. They can play their ticky-tack football. And I think that will be to their advantage here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I just see the warm-up as we were talking before, and they look a little bit more tense and serious than they did last week. And sometimes you can just sense a little bit more positive and I suppose seriousness from the experienced players, and that'll get the trialists and the younger players across the line. The venue's probably not as confronting as the Lions one, and the less experienced players won't worry about it too much. They won't hopefully try and impress too much by running with the ball. And as you said, if they keep to playing their triangles and build possession and starve the opposition of possession, they'll probably crack them a little bit earlier than their nil score last week. So yeah, looking forward to a good night.
Huge crowd. There's queues outside. There's people lined up everywhere. There's food and drink and everything you want all around the field. Lots of families, I noticed. Lots of younger children, maybe a bit younger family orientated than it was at Lions last week. Great for the game, I think, in this, especially in this region of Brisbane.
Yeah, and it's the first time they brought it to Albany Creek, so an opportunity for some of the very local people to see the Roar on their home turf and really appreciate the quality of difference.
No pressure on the Albany Creek side. This is their chance to play against professionals, against the guys they probably go and watch at games or watch on TV.
Yeah, that's right. So it's good for them because people are coming to watch them play and they'll feel special about that tonight, and special that there's a bigger crowd than they probably played in front of, a lot of them. And certainly we look forward to some entertaining football, and this park here tonight has certainly got the ingredients for that to happen for sure, Blanchy.
What do you think the halftime score will be here tonight?
Well, I'll put my foot down early and say 3-0 to the Roar.
Okay, there we have it. 3-0 to the Roar from Alan. We'll be back in 45 minutes just to find out how right he was. The officials for tonight's match are referee Jared Gillette and his assistant referees Brad Hobson and Dylan Lambert. Smith forward. Davies back. Miller loses out to Kai. Still going. Cuts. Lays it off. Austin through the middle. Bratton with the challenge. Play on, says referee Gillette. Miller out. Petratos. Hingett with the overlap. Into space. Gets his head up. Petratos. And it's cleared by the ace defence out for a corner. Short corner. Miller slides it across. Hartis with the header. Bring comes and collects. Bratton up the line. Stefanuto. Davies. Poor touch. Hamilton good turn. Ball up the line. Austin in a little bit of space. Still going. Pulls the trigger. Hits his own player. Walker. Good feed. Shoots, and a good save to his right by Young in goal for the Roar. Petratos. Touch for Bratton. He's in space. Looking for the run. Plays it. Miller with a shot. And a great save
by Breen. Force a corner. Davies cuts it in. And Murray with the heel over Breen to give the Roar the lead in the 20th minute. Well, we'll have to have a look at that one again. Ball in. Murray comes, gets a heel on it, flicks it. Breen can't get enough of a touch. The Roar take the lead. Bratton inside. Miller. Ball across the box. And again, Murray on hand to make it 2. And to get his brace in the 32nd minute. Ball down the line. Pereira gives it back for Hingett. Into the middle. Tratos. Bratton. Miller. Davies. Stefanuto with the ball across. The shot for Murray! Saved and out for a corner by Breen again. Bratton. Petratos gets it back first time. Drives it across the box. Cleared. Only as far as Bratton. Loses out. Cochrane. Great ball. Needham back into the box. Ooh, what's a poor touch. And Hamilton puts his shot wide of the mark. Bratton. Ball out for Hingett. Plenty of space here on this near side. Petratos. Miller. Pereira. Davies cuts in. Miller gets to the line and Breen again. Good keeping at the feet. Ball forward, Stefanuto. Gets it into the box. Oh, was that a penalty? Murray's gone down. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think he's got the player before the ball. Petratos puts it into the roof of the net, gives Breen no chance in goal for Ace. 3-0 in the 42nd minute. Ball forward. Donachie. And that's the half-time whistle. We'll go to the break. Long ball, cut out. Ball inside. Pereira skips past Holden. Rolls it out for Brown. Brown drives it into the side netting and makes it 4 in the 50th minute. Let's have a look. Pereira. Delicate touch. Holden had to pull out and did. Perfect ball. Brown, one touch. Knows exactly what he wants to do. Puts it where it needs to go. No chance for Breen. Stefanuto first time. Lifton. Centre of the park. Bratton. Good turn. Lambaridi shoots. And a touch from Breen. Puts it out for a corner. Good play on the far side. Ooh, hands everywhere. Free kick to the Roar. Bratton. Takes it early. Smith over it. Miller! Back post. Picks one up for himself. And a 5th one for the Roar in the 64th minute. Lifton. Petratos. Rolls it in. The touch. Good save. Petratos again. Shoots. Well defended by the Ace players. Ball in. Oh, a touch off the post. Young got a touch. Referee's whistle's gone. Bratton with the through ball. Petratos. Oh, that's a very important hand from Barine. Petratos looking for support, gets it into the middle. Bratton out wide, takes a touch back into space, looking for support, rolls it forward. Murray shoots, and a fantastic save by Barine to deny Murray's hat-trick. Stefanuto forward, and that's the final whistle, which sees this Brisbane Roar pre-season roadshow match end. Albany Creek 0, Brisbane Roar 5.
Thank you very much.
Mike, I would suggest a lot happier than last week, a bit more like what you expect from the Roar with the upcoming season.
Yeah, look, it's a progression. It's a long pre-season. We've got about 13 games. We've got integrating some new players into the squad as well, and we've a number of players missing. This was a big improvement on last week in terms of the intensity was better, the speed of the ball was better, our movement in the final third was better, and above all, we scored some goals tonight, which was very pleasing. We spread it around, and in the second half, when we made some changes, we were a little bit sloppy. So the good news is there's still stuff to work on. That's the main thing.
Yeah, Mike, to be fair, you put out a stronger side this week, didn't you, than last week? I mean, you had a good midfield, and as you said, they blended quite well with Liam Miller and young Luke from the start of the game, and I thought the possession and distribution, starting with the goalkeeper in particular, was a lot quicker, and as you said, the speed of pass was something that they couldn't handle.
Yeah, look, they're a fair side. They've got some decent players, but we really moved the ball well in the first half, and I don't think they really had a sniff. Where we turned over possession was when we were looking quite comfortable. Our first touch was poor, so there's still things to work on. But you're right, you mentioned Liam, Luke. I'm expecting these guys to take the game by the scruff of the neck and control and dictate. And I think to a certain extent we did that in the first half, and there's more to come from those guys. And then we integrate the other players, Thomas and Bess, and we've still got Jade away and Ivan. So yeah, we're in a good place. It's early days, but like I say, it's a progression and it's a good one.
And Jamie Young, the goalkeeper, he, for me, looked outstanding. He looked very safe. His distribution was good. He looked really good with his left and his right foot. So you don't want to give him too much credit because they'll take over in six's side. But what's his position at the moment? Is he still on trial? Or?
Yeah, look, Jamie came to us. He's just come back from the UK. He's been playing there for a number of years, had a good career over there, and he's moved back to Brisbane, where he's from. And he's Jason Keaton, our goalkeeping coach, brought him in, and he's done very, very well. He's a great guy as well, which is what is a really important part of our setup here, is that they add to the quality of the squad. Jamie's, we've got some decisions to make because you don't really go into a A-League season with 3 goalkeepers. So, but it's nice to know that he's available to us.
So would it be likely that the Brisbane City fans can see Bessart Berisha and Thomas Broish next Wednesday night?
Well, look, we would like to have used them tonight, to tell you the truth, but they played against Man United on Saturday night, and it's a bit of an ask 72 hours later to ask them to play another game this early in the season. But I'd say there's a fair chance that those two will be, they'll be forcing my hand, I tell you that, because they're keen. They've come back very, very focused.
Matt, a far better display from the side tonight as opposed to the game against Lions. A lot more fluency, I thought.
Yeah, no, of course, Blanch. I think that we said that before the game. We set very, very high standards for ourselves, and it doesn't matter what sport you play. Nobody likes losing, and we certainly hurt from last week because that wasn't our normal standard. Whereas tonight, it wasn't our best, but I still think I think that we're getting there. We're starting to have our rotations going. We're starting to have boys working well together. We're still very early, so again, the whole purpose of these games is to make sure that we work on these things. And tonight was far better.
Through the midfield, you seem to pass the ball a lot quicker with the team you started with, and from the back you started to dominate fairly early, and particularly on the left-hand side I thought Steph got forward fairly promptly and looked more like a left winger in the first half, which gave you the opportunities for the target men to get in and have a dig.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been known over the last couple of years of our philosophy. It's 1-2 touch football. We went away from that probably last week, and you can see the difference. When boys are passing the ball quickly, when they take 1 or 2 touches, it gives that extra play, that extra time. So it helped with Bratsy in midfield tonight. I thought Diogo done very, very well. Liam Miller done very well first half. These guys are quality players, and that's the reason why they're starting players. And this is what we're preaching. We keep a high line, we attack from the front, and that gives us the opportunity for Steph to push forward. That gives opportunity for Jackie to go forward as well. So it's not just off the cuff. We've been working on this for the last couple of years, and it's good to see tonight that there's some good signs. We're not fully there. Let's be honest, but there's some good signs tonight that we can keep pushing from there. That's our benchmark tonight.
Matt, an injury to George Lambardides throughout the match. Is there any word on the severity, or is it just a precaution to take him off?
Obviously, the tackle's pretty hard. Georgie's quite a tough lad, and in training sometimes he gets hit, but he bounces straight back up again. So you know he's hurt when he's standing down. So I haven't been inside yet. Maybe you can get the answer a little bit later from Michelle. I'm sure that she'll give you some more insight into it.
John, that must have been an experience not just for yourself but for your players as well.
Yeah, it was good to have a run at a totally different pace than we're used to. But yeah, I thought we had to put a bit of an effort in the first half and pretty much matched them for probably 20 minutes of the game, and then a couple of soft goals, and their fitness and speed took over from there, and it was a very hard run from that point forward. But we worked hard to try and stay in the game.
Marvin, what was it like to play against professionals from the A-League here in Australia?
Yeah, it's a very good test, very great test. It's very fast, tempo is quick, intensity's on point. I thought I was quite fit, to be honest, and playing against a team that's in the A-League, you can just tell the difference between straight away the fitness levels are up there. So yeah, very hard, very hard.
John, off the field, it's been an absolute success from where I was standing. Huge crowd, fantastic field, facilities, the Raw are smiling, they're very happy with what's been presented to them. It must be gratifying to see that the public have turned out in such huge numbers for the game here at Walter Park tonight.
Look, without the crowd that you wouldn't have a game. They were just fantastic. People who turned up tonight obviously came, you'd hope it was more than just the locals, and I think there were a fair few people who come from different areas, and you've got to congratulate the committee because they've done a fantastic job in putting this together tonight. Great, got everybody here from all kinds, all walks of life, all different clubs, and made a fantastic atmosphere. So, we've even looking at the preparation of the field just for this game, it sets us up for hopefully where we want to be into the future, and hopefully everybody sees that that's the way that Albany Creek wants to head. So things are looking forward for the future.
Alan, for the first time in the history, as long as I can remember, we've had a co-host call it half-time right, full-time right. So congratulations there. You prove that you really are an expert in this game.
Well, I can retire now, Blanchy, with 100% record. But yeah, look, it was a good game tonight, wasn't it? And as the skipper said after the game, it was a really professional, polished side that they put out. Not that it wasn't the week before, and they expect to get better every week, and they're competitive, and they expect to be as good as they can be every week, and they hate losing, and they were really tight tonight throughout. And Smithy said, it's a really good thing that they've got their midfield buzzing this early in the piece, and Spencer Park will be certainly an entertaining time to be there next Wednesday night.
Certainly will be. Liam Miller in the first half impressed me. He controlled the tempo of the game as if he'd been there for the last 2 years. In fact, his first match.
Yeah, look, he's a player that turns on a sixpence, as they say, and he keeps possession very well, and he takes the right option and waits for the forward pass, and if it's not there, he keeps it and keeps the ball moving at the same time. So he's got great vision, he's got good balance. You can hear him talking there with the newer players, and look, he's fitted in really well. He's someone that has to replace, I suppose, Massimo Madoka's role that he's done for the past 5 and 6 years, and certainly someone that is as polished as Massimo was in that similar role.